Hello, and welcome to today's edition of Mama's Got Style, how upgrading your look will elevate your business, get you high-paying clients, and increase the fun factor in your life. I'm Allan, your host, and today we're talking with the amazing Dr. Katy Nelson. Hey, Katy.
Hi, Cara. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? Yeah, you're doing great.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Yeah. I'm
Good,
sitting here with my little my best fashion accessory in my lap. So say hi, Ed.
So
This is
cute.
the indomitable Eddie Underbite.
Eddie Underbite. That's so cute.
My show co-host for the most part. So, yeah. He's
Yes.
pretty good. He just kind of flops back and lets you do whatever he wants you to do, whatever you want him to do.
He's the quiet co-host. He doesn't say much.
Yeah. He is, unless a dog steps on set that he doesn't care about, and then he lets you know. But other than that, he's pretty quiet.
Yeah, he's like, no, this is my territory, boo. Get out of here.
Back off.
That is so funny. So thanks so much for joining me today. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about you and how you started your amazing business with your veterinarian and everything?
Yeah. So I'm Dr. Katy Nelson. As Kara said, I am a veterinarian. I've been one for almost 17 years now, which sounds bananas, but yeah, coming up on 17 years. And I've kind of done all sorts of things within this field. I have been obviously in practice. I worked in corporate medicine for a few years for Procter & Gamble. I worked as a media consultant for Procter & Gamble for many years for their IAMS veterinary pet food line, and got to have a lot of opportunities learning about presentation skills and media training and all of that throughout the years. And whenever I left them full-time and I started doing that part-time, I went back into practice and I worked as an emergency veterinarian for almost 10 years. But in the meantime, I was continuing to do the media consulting thing. I was continuing to learn a little bit more about marketing. I participated in tons of marketing over the years for the IAMS company. And once I started to back out of full-time practice in the emergency room, I actually ended up doing my own marketing consulting business. And so for the last 7 years, I've actually worked with various companies, helping them to develop lines of everything from pet food to dog chew toys to treats to you name it. Anyway, I've worked with them, crates, clothes, all of the little pet items. And they come to me basically, because I've been in this business for so long and because I've been doing various parts of the industry for so long, that I can kind of help them to target those more, a little more directly to the clientele that they're after. So that's what I've been doing for the past 7 years. And then for the past almost 6 years, I've had a TV show on News Channel 8, The Pet Show with Dr. Katy. We air on Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. on News Channel 8. And we have just everything from, silly fun things all the way to, our first show this year, we had the CEO and director of the Humane Society of the United States talking about how Korea is about to be in the spotlight, and yet they're the only company who commercially farms dog meat. And how we can potentially get our opinion out there and how we can help to get some of these farmers away from farming dogs and into something a little more.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
So we cover a topic.
Yeah, I had no idea. That's just a little rough for the doggies.
Yeah, it's rough. I mean, it's, like I said, the country is about to make millions and millions and millions of dollars off of hosting the Olympics. But if you go to Humane Society International, you can learn a lot more about what the Humane Society is doing to help to bring light to this pretty awful business. But they're also individually helping these farmers, one farm at a time, to close down these operations and rescue these dogs, but not just leaving them in the brink, figuring out ways for them to actually make money in a much more humane way. So it's an interesting thing that they're doing. So.
Wow, that's serious business right there.
It is. It is.
Well, I'm so glad you're a part of that because, we need pioneers like you to bring light to that because that's the first time I've heard of it. Not that I am in the news. I listen to the news all the time because it's so depressing, but
Yes, it is. It definitely is.
So what was or what is your biggest challenge while you've been building this great business and career?
Well, I am a mom, as you know, and I think that there's a huge emotional component when you're a working mom, and that's trying to balance being the best mom that you can,
Right.
and savor all these little moments that are going to flash by so quickly, but yet still work hard and grow your business and grow your clientele. I mean, it's the biggest emotional battle that I fight every single day is, I need to go do X, Y, and Z, but this one's got basketball practice and this one's got tutor coming. And besides that, I want to cook dinner and see them for supper. And like, how do you squeeze all of that into the day? I think that's the biggest challenge for most working moms that I know, is just trying to find that balance. And, people ask all the time, oh, how do you do it all? And I think that that's the biggest misconception, is that you can do it all.
Right.
It's not possible. You make choices all day, every day, and you prioritize things all day, every day.
True.
And you say no a lot, that anymore either. When I choose my family over an event or a dinner party or a happy hour or whatever, I don't ever feel bad about making that choice, because there'll always be another happy hour. There'll always be another event. But that moment in time with those babies isn't going to last forever. So I try to make that choice as often as I possibly can.
Yeah, because I get that all, like, well, how you do everything? I'm like, well, you just do it first. I mean, like, you just do what you do. There's no like.
It's just prioritization. That's what I always say. It's just priorities. You choose to do the things that are the most important to you, and then that can change too over time. And you don't need to feel bad about that changes. Because at one time when I was in the process of truly trying to build what I'm doing, I made choices to attend those events and to go to those dinners and to make those connections. Right. And now that I'm at the point where I don't have to do all of those things all the time, I'm able to make different choices. And it definitely is a lot better for my mental and emotional health than trying to, string together all of these various things and flying off the seat of my, pants, trying to get from one thing to the next. So.
Right. And two, it does take a village to help raise your kids, right? It's not your husband. It's, you have family, you have friends, you have everybody contributes to you and your kids' lives, and you contribute to theirs. So
yeah, absolutely. We definitely have a great neighborhood that helps us out a lot. Our families live in Massachusetts and Louisiana, so there's not a lot of family involvement for us, but we've got a great neighborhood, and we've had an amazing nanny that we've had since my son was about 18 months old. And without her and without our neighborhood, I wouldn't be able to do anything that I normally do. So thankfully mine are also now in school, and so that helps a lot too, that at least they have a much more steady schedule, that we're not dealing with nap times and things like that, trying to juggle all of that anymore. So
how old are your kids?
My daughter's in 1st grade and my son's in 4th grade.
Oh, wow. I don't know why I thought your kids were older. I mean, we've known each other for some time now, the Fashion for Pause. So I'm like,
they're 6.5 and my son just turned 10.
Wow. Okay. So they were more babies when we met. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies.
It does. So fast. The days are long, but the years are short.
It's so true. I think as we get older, it goes by way faster. Like, I don't know.
Oh, it does. I mean, I can't believe that it's already February. I mean, I feel like I'm just clinging on every second that I possibly can,
So crazy.
Yeah.
So speaking of style, like, we met doing the Fashion for Pause, and that was so awesome because you were just a breath of fresh air in that whole space. And we know how Washington is in its scene. So you definitely were one of the most genuine people that I met in that whole thing there. So But what do you think about how style supports a woman in her confidence and in her self-worth?
Yeah. Well, I think I think that you're approaching that in the right way, how it supports her, because I think that a lot of people can become defined by the label that they wear or the purse that they carry or whatever.
Yeah.
And, you touched on being genuine. And I think that for me, that's the biggest key, is just being who you are at that moment. I don't leave the house with hair done every day. I don't leave the house with makeup on every day.
Right.
Ask me to talk about fashion because I'm the least fashionista person that I know. I mean, I spend half my time in scrubs and yoga pants, but but I do know how to put together an outfit, I suppose, when I have to go out in public and represent my brand. But I think your style changes throughout the years. I think that it's fine to throw in some trendy little pieces here and there, but I'm not a huge shopper. I'm somebody who I see things that I like and I will get them, but I don't like going and spending time wandering through aisles and picking through things. I hate dressing rooms. I really do. I just would rather find something that I know that suits me. That color looks good on me. That style looks good on me. And, that just comes through experience of knowing what works for you and what works for your body type, and dressing for your body type, and knowing that when you're having kids, that body type changes over time. And you have to forgive yourself for that. I mean, I'm not the same size that I was when I was 22, and that's okay, because I think I look better now than I looked when I was 22. I really do. Yeah. And, I think a lot of that supporting how you feel about yourself thing too comes from the inside. And I think, really good skincare, really good hair care, not tanning, not, harming your skin by smoking or all of that, and just taking good care of yourself as you age. I think that looks a heck of a lot better than, a label that says Valentino on it. Somebody who has pretty skin and a pretty smile, and you can tell that they take good care of themselves and they take pride in themselves. I'd rather see them in a pair of jeans and a white button-down shirt looking like that than I would, somebody who's completely fake looking on a catwalk wearing a big fancy label. I really would.
Ooh, I heard a chair.
It's true. My mother has always told me since I was a teenager that you have to take care of your skin. And my mother's just turned 70 and she looks beautiful. Wow. And she told me when I was 20, she said, you better start using anti-aging cream now. If you want to, she's like, if you want to look good when you get older, you better start now. And I was like, okay. And so last time I had an intentional tan was when I was 22. And I remember her telling me, oh God, you're going to pay for that in 20 years. And I was like, okay. I get the message. And so, I started using cream every night. I started taking really good care of myself every night. And I just turned 41 and I feel like I'm doing all right. I haven't had to have any work done. I don't have any shots anywhere. Still fur on my brow.
Exactly.
So I think that's a big part of it too, is just taking really good care of yourself.
Yeah. There's something about being able to show expression in your face and not being concrete.
Absolutely. Not looking like you're surprised all the time.
And there's a lot of that here. I'm not trying to offend anybody. If that's your jam, then that's your jam. But it's just just embrace the fact that you are a woman and that at some point you're not going to look like you did when you were 20. And that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. You're not meant to think all that stuff.
And I'm not saying that 10 years from now, if things start falling apart and sagging, that I'm not going to do something about it. I'm not opposed to it. But right now I'm still able to hang on to just using some good solid creams.
I know that's right. And I just found this really awesome. I used to get microdermabrasion at least once a month. And that's
Yeah.
awesome. Like, it's great, but it can be pricey, right? It's like,
Yeah.
$100 per every time you go. So I got one off of Amazon that's just as great. And I started using that thing, and it's just like everything. And it was only like $30. Like, really?
I'm totally going to text you and ask what that was after this is over.
So amazing. I'm gonna have to do like a Facebook Live on it or whatever.
Absolutely.
And then it's rechargeable USB. You don't have to have batteries. It's not electric. You can take it with you. It's
oh my
awesome.
gosh. I love that. Yes, please do. I'll watch.
So what are your 5 go-to items in your daily style or regimen for your skin?
Well, I think style-wise, my favorite thing is a really good fitting pair of jeans, and I've got a couple of favorites. I like the dark wash. I'm 5'10", so I like the long legs, and I just love really good pair of jeans, because I feel like you can take that and you could put on something fancy up top and look really cute, or you can throw it on with a tank top in the summertime, and that's sort of my favorite. And I love heels. I have a beautiful collection of heels, but I have to tell you, as I've gotten older, they become more I can wear them for a few hours and I'm done. I am not somebody who's going to leave my house at 9 a.m. in a pair of heels and wear them until 6 p.m. in the afternoon. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to find a more comfy way of doing that. Love my Cole Haan Nike Air technology. They've got some great boots and great heels and great all sorts of other shoes that I kind of go to. Again, really good skincare. My neighbor started selling Rodan and Fields a few years ago, and I've been using that for the past few years and have had really good success with that. And I recently found out too that I'm celiac, and so I've had to make a lot of changes in my diet in the last 6 months or so. And I've actually seen a major improvement in my skin because I didn't realize I was dealing with allergies all day, every single day of my life. So, that whole taking care of yourself from within as well as without thing has been a major component of my life in the last 6 months. And I love jewelry. I really do. I mean, I would probably be my 5th is that I love a beautiful, I don't have any on right now, obviously, but I love a beautiful pair of earrings. I love a beautiful necklace of some sort. I don't ever usually wear big earrings and big necklace at the same time, but watches, bracelets, rings, I just love it all. So I feel like you can take the simplest outfit, like I said, a nice pair of jeans, a simple black shirt, and throw on some really cool jewelry, and you look really put together with fairly minimal effort. And I think for moms, that's a big thing, is being able to look good without having to spend forever trying to throw everything together. And so if you've got those classic, easy pieces that work really well together, and you can fancy it up a little bit with a simple bracelet or a pair of earrings or whatever, that makes life a lot easier, to where you look like you tried, even though you didn't have to try that hard.
Yeah, there's an Italian word that's sort of made up. It came from like a play or something that I heard about it, but it's called sprezzatura. So it's like to look great with little or no effort.
Yes, that's my goal in life. That's my goal in life right there.
It's so true, because you just don't have the time, like, with kids and businesses and whatever you got going on. You got to just have something you can grab and go, do it.
Absolutely.
That's it. Like, it's
absolutely. And again, as you get older and you get more experienced and what works for your body and what works for your lifestyle, it honestly becomes easier over time, because you know that you can throw this and that together and spice it up with a little, piece of jewelry or, different hairstyle or whatever. And it just makes life a lot easier to be able to do that. And again, this is coming from the woman who half the time is in yoga pants and scrubs. But, when I do want to try and look nice, I do. There are times.
Every time I see you, you always look amazing. And it does help that 5'10", because that's just stature shows up right away. Legs.
Mom, Dad for that one.
So it's all good. So, but what do you do for fun?
We just spend a lot of family time. I really do. We've got a great neighborhood around here. We love to cook. We love to try different wines and champagnes, and we love to go do athletic and fun things with our kids. This past Friday, we just went over to the new wharf in DC and went ice skating with the kids, and tried some new restaurants and all. So that's probably the main thing. But then we love to travel too. My family and I, we love to travel and love to put together fun vacations. We're headed to Belize for spring break this year.
Nice.
And, yeah, never been. So
yeah, it's on my bucket list.
Yeah, we're gonna go and gonna go out to the Blue Hole one day, and we're gonna go to a jaguar sanctuary another day, and just some fun things to just kind of explore the world. And that's something that we love to do. We spent almost a month with our kids in England, in not this past summer, the summer before, and my family was like, "Oh my God, you're crazy, taking a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old to England." And I'm like, whatever. They did great. They had so much fun, and it teaches kids so much to see the world in a different light and to have to learn how to behave.
Yeah.
Cultures and things, and
mm-hmm.
is to just take them and show them the world and expose them to new things that you can read about all that stuff, but actually being there and being present in it, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, that's definitely for sure.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice for the ladies that are moms, or maybe not moms, but just running a business and raising kids or doing some great things in the world?
Yeah, you know what? My best piece of advice is just, forgive yourselves for the times that you're not always at 100%. I think that that's one of the hardest things for us to do, is to, I could have done this, I could have done that, I should have done this, I should have done that. You can't do everything all day, every day. You just can't. And you have to give yourself a little bit of slack to say, I got 9 out of 12 things on my to-do list done today.
Right.
And that's okay. Tomorrow, I'll tackle those other 3 and the other 12 things that are on there. And one day I'll get caught up, one day, hopefully. And also, just take care of yourself and give yourself time, to I used to go to bed at night after I put my kids to bed, and I would be on my laptop until 10 o'clock, and I was all stressed out and everything. And I'd wake up the next morning and I was doing the same thing. And I just realized that, my relationships were suffering, my mental health was suffering, and you just can't do that. You can't run at 100% all day, every day. You just can't do it. So you've got to take that time to spend time with your girlfriends. I think that's some of the best things that I can possibly do, is to take time with my girlfriends, these women who've known me for years, and just let them remind me, without actually having to say it, but let them remind me that, you know what, you're actually kind of cool. You're actually kind of funny. Like you're not that bad, and spend some time with them and kind of get recharged, and then spend some time with your kids and realize that those moments are so fleeting. And, know that you're going to do your best. You're going to try your hardest at your business and do that.
Yeah.
But realize that that's not what is going to define you one of these days down the road. So work hard, but take care of yourself just as hard.
Yeah. Self-care is a huge component that a lot of women don't do. That's one of my kind of new things I'm offering in my styling and coaching things that I'm working on, is a huge self-care component. Because when you can't give from an empty cup, right? Like we're so used to taking care of everybody else around us, but if you don't take time to take care of you, you're going to be angry, you're going to be resentful, you're going to be burnt out, and it's just going to be not good for everybody around you.
It is. It makes all of your relationships suffer if you're not taking good care of yourself. And as you said, you can't give from an empty cup. You can't burn the candle at both ends all the time. So just really, take that time and give yourself some of the love that you give to everybody else in your world. And, realize that you're every bit as worthy of it as they are.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of counterintuitive, because our mothers, at least I know mine came from that generation of that's what you did. You had kids, made them your life, you took care of your husband, you did all this stuff, and then you were last on the to-do list all the time. But then it just over time just erodes even you. So you're like not you anymore after a while. So it seems selfish initially, but it's really generous to give to yourself, and it gives everybody else, room to be the they need to be too.
I think it also teaches your kids too the importance of, taking care of yourself, that it's not just that mom does all of this for you. It teaches them that, that there's, it's important for you to get some sleep and, read a book and brush your teeth and all of these things that we lecture at them. But, if we lead by example, where we say, well, mom's going to take some time to exercise today, and mom's going to, go take a bath, and I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. All of that sort of teaches them too, that it's important for them to, take time and take care of themselves as well. So
exactly. Yep. We got to lead the charge.
That's right.
So do you have any events or anything coming up? I know you have the show, and I want you to talk about that so people can figure out where to go watch it, and your website, or anything you want to share with everybody.
Yeah. I, event-wise, I think the next big one that I'll probably be going to is the Bark Ball for the Humane Rescue Alliance. That'll be in June. And Fashion for Paws is coming up. I'm taking a year off this year, but it's one of my favorite events of the year. Oh, hi, kitty cat.
Yeah. You got the dog, I got the cat.
Hi. I didn't know, but look, there was a kitty cat. But as far as the pet show goes, we film actually on Tuesdays. And so we film on Tuesdays, but we air on Saturdays. So Saturdays at 11:30 a.m. on News Channel 8. And you can find all of the back episodes on my website, which is thepetshow.tv. Excuse you. I'm sorry, I'm bored you so badly. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Dr. Katy Nelson. That's Katy with a Y. And you can find us on the Pet Show with Dr. Katy on our Facebook page as well. So that's where you can find me.
So excited about everything that you're up to in the world, because you are making a place for all of our kitties and our doggies and our too, obviously.
Right. That's right.
So thank you so much. I really appreciate you spending this time and chatting, because you had some definite pearls of wisdom to offer our viewers who probably didn't think about some of that stuff.
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you had me on here today. And again, sorry we bored Eddie so badly, but I actually enjoyed myself. So.
He's going to be all right. He's just enjoying his time with you, I think.
That's right. That's right.
Ouch!
So, all right.
Okay. Anyway. Thanks so much again, and we'll be chatting with you soon.
Okay, bye. See you guys later.